This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Why won't the Manhattan District Attorney hold Donald Trump responsible? Why won't anyone? You've been told it's my credibility. I call bullshit. Put me on the stand and let me loose. No problem. That's not the reason Donald isn't being held accountable. I propose that it's because placing me on the witness stand will reignite a firestorm of media attention that will ultimately focus on the improper and illegal actions of members of the FBI, the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney's Office, the former president, the Department of Justice, former Attorney General William Barr, and all of those who lied, manipulated, and cheated to get their win while deflecting from their own culpability. It's 2022. And the fetid stench of the Trump administration lingers on even as the Manhattan District Attorney backs out of charging him for the crimes we all know he committed. If we don't get it together and fix the problems of justice in this country, then we could be looking at the end of democracy. We should all be worried about our government, because if you're not, then what happened to me could happen to you. For example, when you go to sleep at night, do you have nightmares about FBI agents raiding your home, searching your furniture, going through your closets, ripping through your clothes, including your daughter's underwear drawer, and leaving with boxloads of your belongings? Do you have nightmares about knocks at your door, 24 federal agents with guns standing in the hallway, holding a warrant, and demanding entry into your home for crimes you were falsely accused of committing? Have you ever feared that the President of the United States wants you dead, wants to destroy you and your family, your reputation, and even your children's future? Do you break out in a cold sweat just thinking about those things? I didn't, until it happened to me. How would you like it if the craziest and most powerful person in the world spent his every waking narcissistic moment trying to use you to deflect from his dirty deeds? I once said Donald Trump wanted me dead. I now know he did everything he could to make that happen. As you will see in these coming pages, that is not hyperbole. That thought came to me as I sat sweltering in a hot box in upstate New York, isolated and nearly forgotten. My family and closest friends refused to give up and tried desperately to save me before I suffered a stroke or a heart attack as they tried to secure my release from federal prison. I thought about it as I watched government agents in the Bureau of Prisons and the Department of Justice lie about me and force me back into prison once I was released. "Say hello to Bill Barr," I told the government agents as they rearrested me and forced me into handcuffs and shackles prior to shipping me back to the upstate prison from which I'd just been released. It should come as no surprise that reporters at the White House apparently knew I was going back before this all went down. I realized 5 minutes after I met with Adam Pakula and his supervisor, Enid Phoebus, 2 government officers at 500 Pearl Street in Manhattan, the federal courthouse, that something was awry. I was supposedly getting fitted for an ankle monitor so I could begin my in-home incarceration. Instead, I was to be sent back. The moment they handed me and my lawyer a 2-page document which blatantly violated my First Amendment rights and demanded that I cease writing and publishing my first book, Disloyal, I recognized the fingerprints of the president's newest chief fixer, Bill Barr, because I had once been that guy.